Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing my predictions video for July through December of 2025 through what I've remote viewed and channeled and other information that I've known that I'm waited to release in a video like this. So I'm filming on some rocks today by the ocean, so feeling good energy to release whatever I'm going to release today. I just wanted to start off by saying that so this is the 4th of July week, and I've been getting information for 2 weeks now that this whole week, so through the Sunday after the 4th, so I guess now June 30th through Sunday, July 6th, the spraying, the chemtrail spraying, I got a warning that it's gonna be severe. Like normally it's mild to moderate, but I got a severe warning for the next 6 days due to the 4th. I guess we're still in these, we're still in the times, guys, where we're not out of it yet. They are, excuse my language, they, right now with the chemtrails, they're just fucking shit up. Like, that's all I gotta say. They're just fucking shit up. Like, they don't give a, they don't care. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, they are just trying to, yeah. So I just wanted to say, just be extra cautious, do a lot of detoxing over the next 6 days. It's not looking pretty with the chemtrails through Sunday, July 6th. Okay, so predictions July through December. So July, I see, so nothing significant to report for July. July is going to be the last calm month of 2025. Calm meaning nothing really transpiring just yet. This is the final month of the buildup. We're gonna feel a significant energetic buildup. We're gonna feel like something is about to happen this month of July, increasing week by week. So I'm not seeing any significant events happening really in July. I see a significant buildup of energy. I mean, we're gonna feel it. The difference between July 1st and July 31st is gonna be almost night and day. We're gonna feel like something is about to happen. So I just wanted to mention that. August is when it begins to go down. So August is going to be a wild month. We have the HARP agenda with their hurricanes that will begin getting rolled out that month. August, September, October are the 3 months of the HARP agenda this year. Where I already released a video. I think it was my HARP series part 1 video. I remote viewed the dates and all the storms that they have planned for the US this year that they're gonna try and do. I saw between 5 and 8 happening between August and October, and I laid out the dates, so definitely check that video out. But yeah, so I'm seeing like a significant buildup. Well, the HARP agenda, August and October are going to be when they release the hurricanes, which I did enough of the hurricanes. I'm going to get into other stuff in this video, but dates that I am warning you guys about, or, the energy on these days are just what might happen, potential false flags or uncalled for events. August 8th is Lionsgate portal. I unfortunately know for a fact they really want to try and, fuck shit up on Lionsgate. They really want to do like a false flag. I don't know if it's gonna be like a storm false flag or a I don't know what type of false flag they want to do, but I am feeling a false flag around Lionsgate. So that date's gonna be Lionsgate is actually on a full moon this year, so it's going to be crazy energy. So I'm just warning you guys, we're still a month out from that. The Lionsgate this year is going to be really intense, and I notice every other year, so every 2 years with the Lionsgate is when typically there's like a false flag. The last Lionsgate, so last year was fine, but 2 years ago on Lionsgate they did Maui, so it's typically every other year. So I don't know what, I haven't really gotten an exact event that they're going to do. I'm just saying like there might be a false flag. And then so we're gonna feel the energy of whatever that might be, like increasing in July as we get closer. And then another window for false flags to occur in September. I see there's a lunar eclipse on September 7th and then a solar eclipse on the 21st. I'm seeing, you know, that window, they really are going to try and, so I'm going to get into what I've been kind of feeling, but I just wanted to say possible false flag. I guess we're just starting with false flags, and then I'm going to get into like what's kind of going on maybe. Yeah, okay, so the false flags. And then, so September 7th and the 21st, and I'm not reading this from everything, guys. This is all from stored. So, and I don't do like research when I remote view. Like, it's all, I don't even like look at anything. Like, this is just all that has come forward. So we have August 8th, September 7th, September 21st, and then, and then October 6th is a supermoon. So that day as well. And then we have, so the window between August 8th and October 6th will be the most intense 2 months of 2025, especially with agendas and hurricanes and all that. So I just wanted to mention that. And this video today might approach about 20 minutes or something, because I want to try and cover everything that I kind of found. So, okay, so, and then after kind of October, I'm just giving the energetic sum ups, and then I'm going to say what events has come forward. After October, I see kind of like an eerie stillness happening in November and December, after kind of like 3 months of almost just like global chaos that's going to be occurring, like August, September, October. So like I said, HAARP will contribute to that. I'm also seeing that the shadow government, the deep state, the reptilians, I have been getting information that, so yeah, this video might get a little, I don't know, I'm just going to share what's come forward, guys. Like, I don't really look at what's going on in the world. I'm not really like, I disassociated myself in 2024 from all the world events. I don't really care, but I have seen that the deep state, or the shadow government in America and the shadow government in Israel, they are trying to work together right now to plan a false flag in Israel and America around the same time to like try and, I don't know why they're doing this. I guess there might be some sort of like fallout happening. I think that this is their last ditch effort to like keep people kind of like buying the old narratives about maybe like kind of like what's really going on, or like to like, I actually don't really know. I haven't looked too much into I haven't really looked into any of those issues, but what came forward clearly was a false flag by the deep state and the US deep state and Israel deep state, because like each country kind of have their own deep state. They are more connected than kind of the other deep states, if that makes sense. And this is like the government behind the government, like the reptilians, all that. So I am seeing that there might be a coordinated false flag on both Israel and the US to try and like get into a war somewhere. So I don't, like I said, guys, I don't really follow anything. So that's just the information that's coming forward. I don't really know. So if something like that did end up happening, then just know that I guess I picked up on it. So yeah, just be aware. Oh, okay. And then, another hit on the Middle East. So I did get a hit about possible releases of information about a lot of trafficking operations happening in the Middle East. I didn't get Israel in specific. I got the whole Middle East. And then also I got a hit on Ukraine. So I got information about, obviously what's really going on is those are hubs for the adrenochrome rings, which adrenochrome is, it's really disturbing. So I don't know how much I want to get into right now, but I guess just a quick sum up of it is, it's ongoing. And this is not that I got online. This is, I got how this operation is going from remote viewing. So I don't know, like, if you look it up, what it says, really. Like, I don't even think it says that. I don't know what it says. But really what's going on with adrenochrome, it's a soul harvesting almost like blood and sex ritual operation. It's disgusting. It's like run by reptilians, like satanic worshipping reptilians. Guys, like, I don't know how much I'm gonna get into it today. I'm just trying to give the prediction video. But so adrenochrome has kind of like gone down, but I see that it's been like kind of like really, it's stuff is shifting with it happening like in America and other countries around the world, but I see that where the wars are is where it's going really hard right now. So I see something possibly coming out. It wouldn't be adrenochrome, it would just be like something sex trafficking related. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to mention, that I would not be surprised if there was something with sex trafficking in the Middle East or Ukraine that comes forward by the end of the year. Okay, so what else was I gonna say? I'm not even reading what I just all like today's just I'm sharing what I already remote viewed and have stored, because I actually find that it's more pure when I don't have to like look at something, even though it's kind of easier because it gives me more of an outline. But this is kind of like a live, like, I'm not remote viewing live or channeling live. I'm literally just like sharing what I already found, but I'm trying to think of the order and the way that I should do it, or what other hits came forward. Okay, so this was the political stuff. Okay, so I probably should have wrote this all down. I know I probably should have, but I was kind of like, I just don't want to today. I'm like on the rocks. I was like, I don't want to read something on the rocks, or like where I plan to do the video today. But anyway, so political stuff. So once again, like, I don't really like follow all of that. I mean, I'm very aware of what's going on because I can like remote view and get that information through there. I don't watch the news because I don't have to, thankfully, because I can just get the information if I want. And also it's just all like predictive programming anyway. So long story short, so I got a hit on RFK, and specifically the hit that I got with RFK is people are turning on him, or it's very behind the scenes right now, so I don't think the news would have picked up on it, but people are turning on him because he wants to release information that I guess people in the administration and the deep state kind of don't want him to release. There's still, I still see a tie to the deep state in this current administration, less than the last one, but someone like RFK, who obviously is a starseed and who is very like operating at such a high frequency, probably, you know, he's the biggest disruptor of all of them. And there are other starseeds and light workers in that administration, but RFK is the most potent one in that administration, with his soul mission and any of that. So anyway, people are kind of like slowly turning on him, and I did get a hit of information that so he's gonna stay, but he's not going to get as much done as he wanted. And obviously he thought that he was going to be the president, but obviously, you know, Trump won. And the reason that Trump he was actually contracted to win from the start, so it couldn't have been RFK even if he wanted, because of what the deep state, the shadow government, the reptilians did in 2020 with hijacking the timeline. They hijacked the timeline to get that clone in. So, and they like rigged it. So anyway, like, I don't even want to sound like Trump, like, oh, the election was rigged. But like, hey, like, they rigged it to get a clone in to push whatever agendas they had left. So because they manipulated the law of the universe, like, to get that clone in 2020, Trump was automatically contracted to win in 2024 because like that was karma that they did. Like what they did was elite, like against the universal law. So automatically they screwed their timeline, the deep state. Like it was they couldn't do something like that. So anyway, so RFK thought he was gonna win in 2024, but really, unfortunately, the frequency wasn't high enough for him. And it really wasn't his time, even though, you know, I'm not saying like, I think all the politics stuff is an illusion, but I think he is the most New Earth one out of all of them, you know, with the most New Earth solutions. So even if, you know, he couldn't do anything, I guess like he was the most he's more disruptive than Trump. The hit that I got. So anyway, long story short, I see him and Trump maybe like towards the end of the year start to clash behind the scenes. And then heading into 2026, I see a lot of people. So in that administration, there's like false people that like join to like get positions, like saying they're all about the whatever change, blah, blah, blah. But they're like really false. And I can like, if I see one of them, like I would know which one it is because I could see through all that. So I'd say like a good 70 to 75% of that admin is like really false, like falsely on board with what's going on, like change and all that. And really like RFK and a few others and is like the minority. And I guess Trump is just playing both sides, which he has to do what he has to do, I guess, or whatever his soul mission is. But I don't really know what the fuck is going on, guys. I'm just sharing what I was able to like figure out, I guess. I don't know. So, what else was I going to say? Okay, yes. And then, so I see RFK, this is getting into 2026, but I do see a timeline after the mid-elections here, or like the midterms. I see him resigning from the administration because his frequency is going to be way too high to like be in a lower vibrational administration, because like they're not of a New Earth consciousness. I think he's probably like the only one. Actually, like a couple other ones are like real like fully awakened starseeds, I think, like in that administration. Like the rest are kind of just like old Earth. I don't know. I'm not trying to be like judgmental, but like there is a lot of old Earthness in that administration. So he's gonna be like, guys, I gotta go. So I saw him, and this is getting into 2026 now, oops, but whatever. Late 2026, early 2027, I see RFK resigning and declaring a run for president again. So that's not surprising at all, because that's his timeline. 2028 is his timeline. Because of that year, the frequency will be supportive of enough for somebody like him to run if they're, you know, for the president. There's no way that somebody of a low level of consciousness would be able to get in, as the systems will all be mostly crashed by then, and just, I don't know. So I see him declaring, I do, in the future timeline, I do see him getting in 2028. And I see as of 2025, he's already aware of his plan. Like he knows he's only going to be there a couple years and then run for a couple years and get as much done as he's able to, because they're not letting him do a lot that he wants to do. And he's also under like a lot of watch. So he's kind of just like buying time for when like he's able to really do what he has to do. And I think he's aware that it would be another couple years, you know, if he ended up getting in 2028, that's when really he'd be able to do what he needs to do. But I see him doing a little bit, maybe, that he'll be able to get enough support on. And also I think the frequency is going to be high enough where people are all going to come together and back him. So I don't know, that's getting such down the line. But so that's what I want to say. I did get that information on RFK. And yeah, so there's definitely a lot of internal conflict going on with him. He's so vibrationally unaligned with everyone there, but he's doing what he has to do, because like I said, he's already aware of his plans for 2028. And I believe that the information I got was he's already made that internal decision. So that, we'll see what happens. So I guess that's really it for predictions. yeah, you see, you know, 2020, the rest of 2025 isn't going to really be like with all, when like a lot of disclosure comes out. Like it's 2025 is not the year for like extraterrestrial disclosure. It's not going to be the year. It's just going to be the deep state's final agendas with some information coming out, maybe on like trafficking, but nothing even adrenochrome related. So yeah, guys, it's kind of boring. I mean, it's interesting watching this, but really it's not going to be releases of information, especially when it comes to HARP and like other stuff with the vaccines and all that stuff, and deeper agendas won't be until 2026, and a lot will be in 2027. I'm feeling 2027 is going to be the year like we are going to see a reptilian like shapeshift on live TV nationwide or worldwide, and then that'll lead us right into 2028. I think 2027 is the year for one to shapeshift. Like that I actually got that year a year ago. In 2024, I was like, 2027 is going to be when one shapeshifts in front of everyone. And then 2028, we know it's going to be the biggest timeline shift ever to this planet's happening that year. So it's just all building up to that, you know? And ultimately, that's all I got. That's all I really have for today. I'll figure out what content I want to post next. Today was just another chill video. I just wanted to share kind of what was coming forward for the last 6 months of 2025. Oh yeah, so like I said, July, let me just quickly sum everything up. So once again, July is going to be kind of like the calm before the storm. August, September, October is going to be with the HARP hurricanes and the false flags, like possibly multiple false flag like events to try and start a war with the deep states of, you know, this country and other countries kind of teaming up. Kind of just like their last, whatever they have left, like they're going to do it in 2025 because they still have a little bit of, you know, they still have a little power. I'm not going to lie, like they're not fully done yet, but they're like 90% there. And 2026 and 2027 is going to be when it goes done. Like, so really, but 2025 is the last year I could see them pushing like maybe one final agenda. So I wonder that probably it's going to happen. Something's going to happen, guys. Whether it's a cyber attack or some false flag. This is the year for that, because they can't do that in 2026 or 2027, because they're going to be like over the next 6 months with like after the eclipse portal that we're going to have and all that, like their power is going to be, I'm even seeing like a huge collective shift going into November and December after those 3 months. So by 2026 and 2027, their days are practically over. And then 2028 is their official declaration of extinction, the deep state and the shadow government and all that. And that's really when things will be rapidly taking off afterwards, because don't forget, guys, like we are in the most intense the next couple of years are going to be the most intense with the systems collapsing. Once we get into the new timeline that's coming in 2028, things are going to get so much smoother, but shit is just going to be hitting the fan over the next 2.5 years. And that's really all that I have to report. And I, hope, obviously with the information I shared today, take what you want, leave what you don't want. If you don't agree with anything, please don't agree with it. If you agree with it, cool. But ultimately, this is just what came forward for me. And I did it all without my paper today, so I'm kind of proud of myself. And this was a pretty long video, almost 25 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up now. And I am, figuring out how I want to proceed still with what content. I'm going to probably just always just go into meditation and figure out what I need to share. But I know I'll probably share a lot more when things start picking up, probably collectively. But as always, like this video and share it, and follow my Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube, because that's where I am right now. And that's all I have for today. So with that, I hope you guys once again liked it. Use your discernment as always, because discernment is key. Discernment's power. May have leave some stuff out, but can't be perfect when it comes down to these videos. But once again, that's all I have for today. Stay well, everyone. I'll see you soon.